Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Anna, and this is Tales from the Craft Room. Today, I thought I would share with you a few items that I have finished and some finished items from my my local yarny friend that we have done in our last two challenges. I did share our pictures for the last one in a short, like a couple weeks ago, I think it was. But if you haven't seen that, I will share pictures of them in this video. I can't find mine from the previous one, not the one we just did, but the previous one because, well, it's buried on my desk, my table, which is a really big mess. But anyway, I did finish a couple of hats that I actually have with me. I think I might have another one that's finished. I do have another one that's finished, but I don't actually have it with me. So I will have to show that one to you in another video. Yes, if you've watched my shorts, or just even most recent videos, I have actually started several projects. I have a lot of projects sitting around, and I'm fixing to do some more projects that I have not already started. You know, like starting new projects. Anyway, what have I finished? I still have tails on this, so no judging, please. But I have a different pattern that I've been following. I got it from the Yarnspirations website. I think I may have shared it previously. But if you like that pattern, let me know, and I will, put it in the comments for you. I finished this hat. It is, like I said, this other pattern is on Yarnspirations. It is a free pattern. It is half double crochets, and I really like the way this goes. I actually did this one in the back loops. I have done this pattern a couple times before, so it is fairly simple. I do have to still look at the pattern because it's not your standard. Most of it is your standard increase, but there's one row that's slightly different to give the hat a little bit more fullness, but not make it like gargantuan fullness. But anyway, I finished this, so I'm going to add it to my donation bag, which is right here, of my preemie hats that I have made so far. When this bag gets full, then I will make the donation to the local Ronald McDonald House to me, which I'm guesstimating probably towards Christmas time, like November, December, somewhere in there. Another thing I finished is a Tunisian crochet hat. This is actually the correct size, even though it may not look like it. It does fit just fine. This is done in the round with a double-ended hook. Thus the two colors, it gives it the illusion of being striped when it's really not. But I started at the bottom with a knit 2, purl 2. I think I was thinking I was going to do a knit hat anyway. But I changed my mind because I wanted to keep the black visible on the hat. And I believe I may have showed this to you guys. Actually, this was started top down. But I believe I started this back in January, I think. It was one of my thoughts for the donation to the local boys shelter. But alas, it never got done in time. But it is done now. And like I said, it is long enough. It does come down to the bottom of my ears, which I consider that long enough. And it is a little bit bigger, so it's not really tight on my head. But here's the inside I do still have tails, so no judging. You know me, if you've been here, I leave all tails to the very last minute. But here's what the inside looks like. And it looks like I did the extended, what'd I do? The extended knit stitch, I believe, is what I did on the bottom. So, but this is how the inside looks. It could be reversible if they wanted to. And like I said, I will show you here on the front. I started with the extended knit stitch, which gave it even more of a no curl brim type, which I do like. So I will add this to my collection of hats that I have made. And then the previous challenge that my local yarny friend and I did, and I do not have the paper here with me, but it was a dragonfly applique. I will put a link to that down in the description box below for you if you would like to make that. It is a free YouTube video pattern that we used on that. It was fairly simple. However, I did not follow the directions properly. I was like, oh, cool, make 2 wings of this size and make 2 wings of this size. But I didn't realize that one side would be upside, backwards. So, yeah, if you decide to make one, make sure you follow all the directions and not just half of the directions. I will put a picture of mine here for you. Mine is a yellow and neon orange. And here is a picture of the one that my local yarny friend made. Hers, if I remember correctly from looking at the picture, it is a blue and gray, I think. But if not, you'll get to see what it looks like. Okay, the next one that my local yarny friend and I decided to do, that we drew for, is I do have the paper right here in front of me. It says, Dressed Up Scrubbies. We're supposed to make 2. This is a free pattern as well. It is in a magazine on archive.org. I will put a link to that down in the description box for you as well, with the page number where it can be found. It does say on here to make 2. I did make 2. My local yarny friend has only so far gotten 1 done, but she said to go ahead and share because she needs to take a little break from crocheting for a few days. And I said, that's fine. We can go ahead and share. If you make another one, then I can share that later for you. However, I want to show you, and these are, I'm pretty positive this is a pattern from like, ew, sorry, so close, the 70s and 80s, because I'm pretty sure that either I remember seeing my mom have them or my mom make them. But they use these little scrubby thingies, the little plastic scrubbies. Okay, I got this at Dollar Tree. It says 7 piece for $1.50. These rang up as 4 piece. So I got bonus, right? It came with 2 blue, 2 red, 2 yellow, and then a green. As you can see, I've used the yellow and the green on mine. So, and I did both. There's 2 different designs. I'm going to scoot this back away because I think I moved it when I was giving my backpack with the scrubbies. Okay, there's 2 different designs on the page for the scrubbies. And this actually, it's a lot simpler than it looks to make after you get the hang of where to put your beginning stitches. But this is the first one that's on there. It kind of looks like a flower. And then you take the scrubby and you just crochet around it. And then you crochet around and around and around. And yeah, you put the edge on it. But this one looks like a flower. I think this is really cute. I did a kind of a marled yarn on that. And this is, I did used cotton yarn. Here's the back side of it. Notice no ends on this. I did it for that one. And then the second one that I made is I used the yellow scrubby on this. The second one that I made, I used the only green scrubby that was in there. And the second one was more of a petally, this is kind of a roughly flower pattern. The second one was more of a petally type flower pattern. This is what I got. I used some rainbow yarn on this one. I like this. This is the Bernat Handcraftier, I believe. And I don't remember what the colorway is. And then I put some neon green around the edges. But here's what this one looks like. I really like this. Once again, no tails. Woo! This is the back side of it. And notice on this one, I got the open hole on the back side and the more solid hole on the front side. I really wish I would have done it with this one, because the more solid is on the back and the open hole one is on the front. But I wasn't paying attention, and this was the first one that I did, so I learned better on the second one. I do want to go ahead and finish up the rest of my scrubbies. I believe these would make some really good Christmas gifts, or possibly maybe I can talk my daughter-in-law to taking them with her to the farmer's market, which is starting up here real soon. I don't know when she's going to actually be going to the farmer's market, but it does start soon. But if she will take these, and I want to make some washcloths up that are not normal. They are a flowery type washcloth. If she would take them to the farmer's market and see if she can sell them for me. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys. That's kind of what I've been up to. Been really busy, which is a good thing. And I know I always say that, but it is very true, y'all. It is very true. And how do you get time to crochet, Anna? I don't know. Maybe I'm just blessed that we are self-employed, so I can crochet at work and not get in trouble. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had a good day, and I will see y'all in my next video.